they will still call you to come and do 1 2 1 2. You know how when we were young and the television remote is in front of your father and they will still call you from the room to come and take the television remote? Yes. So he said, I have been invited to speak at a conference, but come and let's go. There's work for you to do. That is why I'm here today. It's a privilege always to be given this opportunity to support him in everything he's done, and to be able for him to tell his story. He decided to put his story into different categories at different areas of his life. Because we hear people say, oh, I used to sell this and now I'm CEO of this. And you never understand, how did you go from the thing you used to sell to the CEO? You know, that long journey. Tell us the different stages. So today he wants to tell us his different stages. Chairman, thank you so much.
Thank you.
So we know that you schooled at Suhum Secondary Technical School. Please, what subjects did you do there and how did it impact your career?
Well, I went to Suhum Secondary School in 1969. And the most important thing about that school was so technical. Though it was Suhum Secondary Technical School, the benefit of it is that you are learning the theory and the practical, which were few schools in Ghana by then. Those days, if you're in a secondary school, you're more respected than being in a technical school. But I took it on myself. When I got to Form 3, I had a master called Anibi. Anytime the man is passing, he's holding both the knots. He's holding something. And I asked him, what is this? He said, I did it in workshop. I did it. What do you do? I did it in workshop. That pushed me to be following him. And when I started following him, I started learning all the machines. I was good in technical drawing. I wanted to be a contractor, building and doing bridges and things. But I copied this my senior teacher, and I learned a lot from him. So I started doing both and not to them, lift machines practically, and I gained more practical things. When I come home on holidays, my mother actually is the biggest transporter in Ghana by then. My mother's class is Opoku Transport in Kumasi. That's their class. And when I come home, I try to practice what I've been learning from school. I repair the cars. My mother say, hey, don't do that. You're supposed to go to school. Don't be dirty. I'll dodge, pass, and go to my uncle's and start practicing it. By and by, I learned how to do it. And then added the education I was doing to what I was doing practically. Then my uncles also said, okay, you have finished your school. Come and join us in driving. So you learn how to drive small before you go back to university. When I started driving, I enjoyed it. Because I was repairing the cars and driving at the same time, my interest and my hope came together. The question here is interest and hope. Today, that is what I see a lot. People have hope, but they don't have interest. People have interest, they don't have the hope. I wish I'd be a doctor, but what interest is there for you? What hope do you have to be a doctor? There are two different things. So when I put those two together, I started small. I was saving small. I think 1978. I was able to get 40 cedis, and I bought my first truck.
For 40 cedis?
40 cedis.
You bought a truck for 40 cedis?
You see, one thing is that if you don't, I said something, if you don't have the hope, you will not get the interest. I bought the car was very old. I repaired it, small. It took me about 2 months to repair the car, to put the car together. And the driver who was driving the car before they sold to me, the same driver is alive today. When I see the driver, I look at myself, I say, look at this driver. He was driving the car I bought. What is the difference between me and him? He has something missing in him, but I learned it from him. Have the interest to do what you want to do and do it better.
Thank you. Thank you, Chairman. So interest and hope. When you hope to do it, have the interest in it. Thank you. Yes, wow. So, Chairman, even though you learned how to drive in school, you didn't start off your career as a driver. You said your first job was a fuel station pump attendant. Why is it that even though you were interested in driving, you went to learn fuel station pump attendant work?
Yes, what happened was that my mom was selling kerosene in the whole country, was supplying, was a distributor for Mobile, Texaco, and Agib. Agib is now today Goya. And by then, I have to follow the drivers who are going to distribute. So, first company, Texaco tenant. So my first station was at Swedro. When you enter
Swedro?
Yes. And I was put there. I was serving the stations. Then I did a holidays job, as holiday job. But the interest was still there. That as I'm doing it, I'm learning more, I'm getting the interest. So what actually made me follow this thing was that one day we went to church, and the pastor was asking the man, do you know Jesus? Everyone said, we don't know Jesus. So he said, when you appear here, how will you know him? He said, well, you don't know him, but you have the name. Then one student said, look, you will be teacher, Jesus is coming soon. Teach us what Jesus did before he got that power. Because he said he was in his father's temple learning. I said, hey, okay. So one day I was bathing, that thing came to my mind. It's okay. I will learn from my uncles. My father is far away, but I will learn from my uncles. I will learn from my parents. And truly, I took that spirit. And I move on from the filling station to the driving.
Okay. Thank you. Now you supply to filling stations.
Yeah.
How does your experience as a filling station pump attendant help you to serve your customers well?
You see, life and human being, they don't meet at a time. The life in you cannot enjoy it. But when you meet somebody, then you can expose your life to enjoy the person's life. If you are alone in your room, you can do whatever you like. But when you go outside, you will not leave your bottom low open down. You will not leave your dress ajar because you know somebody is there. So that person's life is making you control your life. So it takes somebody to repair you to repair somebody. So I teach these things at the station. So it got to a time that everybody where I am, every station that I am, people buy. They will rush to the station to buy. Even today, where my cars go, because of our quality of our work, people go there to buy. Because we know what we are doing. You can enjoy we are 7 people, and your life is to serve other people and get benefits from it. And that becomes your interest.
Okay, so because you worked there, you were able to serve other people to the extent that now your customers are enjoying your services.
Yes.
Yes, Charlie. Okay. I'm writing it down. So, your first truck that you bought for 40 cedis, when did you buy the second one? Why did you decide to buy the second one?
Okay. I bought the first car, 1978, October. I drove that car to 86.
78 to 86.
86. Then I bought the second one.
So it took you 8 years
Yes.
to buy the second one?
Yes.
Okay.
So when I bought the second one, I had 2 cars. Now I drive one in the morning to do the business, and then I drive one in the evening to do the night work.
Ah.
Yes. So that at the end of the month, if I bring my bills to Shell, they ask, the tax I go to ask, who is driving this your car? I said, I'm driving the 2. So my bills, when they pay the bills, it's like 5 people working together. You see, because the interest I have to kill myself for the interest, to get the interest out of it. So that's how it works.
So he was doing 24 economy before last year.
Before I came.
How did you employ your first driver? Your first driver, how did you employ them?
Okay, I employed my first driver. At that time, I have gone away from the tanker services and added more jobs. I think that time Newplan was in Ghana. Newplan was built in Kumasi. So my mother bought Newplan, I think 30 pieces. So I have to train drivers to join it. So I employed some people and I was training them. Then I was pushing to the buses. Then I trained somebody and gave my second car to him. Then I was driving one myself.
Which year was it?
That was 76.
76.
86.
86. 1986. I was still not born. So after the first one, to today that you have almost 600.
Yeah.
From 86 to 2006 is 40 years.
Yes.
Please tell us, how do you go from 2 to 600? What is the secret?
It's okay. I just said something already. My interest is to make more money, create more jobs, employ more people, make people understand the job they are doing, and make them more certificate staff, certify them under training. So I took it upon myself. We have a driving school in our area, in my own office. I have a training center. I employ people, drivers. You can drive, but when you come to my driving school, you will fail. I have to retrain you to go on the road and come back safely. Because when you go, you don't come back to meet your wife in the house, I will have a problem. So they say,